Hi again, I'm Alex, I'm an expert at Yandex Direct, and I'm back with another tutorial on Yandex Direct. Let's talk about measuring the effectiveness of your display advertising. This step is important because display ads have specific metrics and set of reports that you can analyze. In this video, we'll break down the main display ad effectiveness indicators and metrics that you should keep an eye on and discuss the reports that are available in Yandex Direct. Metrics for measuring the effectiveness of display advertising can be divided into 4 categories. The first category represents the cost metrics: cost per 1,000 impressions, or CPM, cost per view, or CPV, and cost per click, or CPC. The second category is made up of quality metrics. With the click-through rate metric, or CTR, we can determine how engaging our creative is to users. With view-through rate, or VTR, we can measure how many users watched our promotional video to the end. The reach figure displayed in the interface shows how many unique users we reached within the display campaign, while the frequency metric indicates how many impressions we served per unique user. The next category is user behavior on the site. The bounce rate will help you estimate the percentage of site sessions that lasted less than 15 seconds, indicating low quality of the user's exposure to the ad. You can also determine the average number of site pages viewed by users and the amount of time they spent on the site. The fourth category represents conversion metrics. If you work with performance-based advertising, you're likely already familiar with them. In this category, we distinguish 2 key indicators: cost per conversion, or CPA, and conversion rate, or CR. Note that the conversion rate should be measured differently for display ads compared to performance ads. Display ads generate delayed demand, so the criteria that we use to evaluate the effectiveness of performance campaigns are not suitable for them. Your measurement methods should consider the characteristics and objectives of the advertising channel that you use. Yandex Direct offers a number of reports that allow you to assess the effectiveness of your display ads at each stage of the marketing funnel. For example, brand recognition and ad memorability can be measured using a brand lift survey. With search lift and visit lift studies, you can measure growth in user interest and willingness to consider the product for purchase. Finally, post-view analytics can help you determine how users convert after seeing your display ads. Brand lift research is based on surveys shown to real audiences. It allows you to track changes in user attitude to the brand after exposure to display advertising, whether users remember the ad message, and whether they're willing to make purchases. You can launch a brand lift survey not just for one, but for any number of ad campaigns that you're running in Yandex Direct. Note that running a brand lift survey requires meeting 2 conditions. Your display campaigns participating in the survey must be over a certain budget and a combined reach of at least 2 million users. Please reach out to your account manager at Yandex Direct for more details. As I said earlier, a brand lift study is conducted by surveying users. Before launching the ad campaign, we split the audience into 2 groups. The first group, representing 10% of users, doesn't see our campaign, while the second, comprising 90% of users, is exposed to our advertising message. Both groups are presented with the same survey asking if they recognize our brand. After completing the brand lift survey, we measure the difference in responses between the group that has seen our ads and the group that hasn't. The resulting value represents the growth in the metric that we wanted to measure, such as brand recognition. In addition to brand lift studies, which shows changes in the audience's attitude towards the brand, you can also conduct a search lift survey, which measures changes in user interest and number of searches for your desired semantics. The survey results will appear in the interface within 10 days after the end of the campaign. Another study available for display ad campaigns is called Visit Lift. It assesses whether the campaign was successful in driving traffic to the site. What's important is that this study analyzes all sessions, including visits, from those users who were exposed to the ad but didn't click it. To conduct this study, you first need to install a Yandex Metrica tag, which allows the system to analyze your site's traffic and use this data for optimization. The survey results will be available in the interface within 10 days after the ad campaign ends. Note that this report is only available for ad campaigns running for at least 7 days. SearchLift and VisitLift studies measure growth using the same method as the BrandLift survey. They compare users who were exposed to the ad to those who haven't seen it. SearchLift analyzes the number and frequency of search queries among the two groups, while VisitLift analyzes the number and volume of visits to the site. Post-view analysis is the primary method for measuring the conversion rate of a display campaign. Display advertising doesn't generate as many direct conversions as performance advertising, but it boosts your brand's recognition, loyalty, and search demand. For more accurate measurement of display ad effectiveness, use analytics on delayed conversions. Let's look at an example that illustrates the difference between post-view and post-click conversions. Suppose you launched a reach campaign with display banners to promote a new line of pet food. One user saw your banner, immediately clicked through to the site, and made a conversion. This is considered a post-click conversion, which is attributed to the display ad impression. Another user saw the banner, but didn't click through to the site. A few days later, they searched for information about the new line of pet food online, saw a contextual ad, clicked through to the site, and made a conversion. In this case, the post-click conversion is attributed to the performance ad. But because the chain involved a display banner impression, a post-view conversion is attributed to it instead. The number of post-view and post-click conversions generated by your display campaign is available in the report wizard. It supports two models, first touch and last touch attribution, that determine which ad gets the credit for the conversion. You can measure these conversion metrics for one ad campaign or get the combined values for several. The conversions you see in the statistics are counted over a 30-day period. Let's recap. Display and performance advertising are designed to be used at different levels of the funnel and address different objectives. This means the metrics required to measure the effectiveness of each of these tools are not the same. To accurately assess the impact of display advertising on users' attitude towards your brand, take advantage of every analytics tool available in Yandex Direct. By adopting the correct approach to measuring the effectiveness of your display advertising, you can determine how much your display ads influence demand, brand awareness, loyalty, and the number of conversions. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos and find out how to get the most out of Yandex Direct.